Yo, what's up? Welcome to CitrusLain. I'm your host, Jess. Hope you had a good weekend. Happy Monday. Let's watch creepy videos. That was good. That was good. I don't I don't think I jumped. I'll have to look back and see. I don't think I did. I'm sitting here like smiling and giggling because it's like demons are really angry at me, and it's just a trash can like moving across the floor. I made a weird face because it like a little air bubble popped out and went bloop. But yeah, it's just moving the trash can across the floor. And then okay, yeah, it is slamming the fridge. And then the thought that I had was like, are you sure you just don't have toddlers, invisible toddlers in your house? Mine love banging stuff for no reason. His videos are just good. It's not on here because it's real. It's just I just like his stuff.
What is going on with Eminem in this photo? Do you notice something strange going on here in this photo? Or is it just me? and this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just sharing a photo of Eminem. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. This is for entertainment purposes only. But you tell me what is going on here with this photo. Something ain't right. Almost as if Eminem could be a, you know what, if you know, you know. I can't really say what I want to say, but if you know, you know. Let's just say he might be a little bit on the green side of things. If you know, you know. Again, I'm just sharing a photo. That's all I'm doing. What do you think is going on here? Something definitely ain't right.
Do you think lizard people can't read or see or recognize pictures of lizards that are being used as iconography? He looks like he does look a little different. He's doing this for whatever reason. He looked mad. He got mad face like he usually does. And then there's a comment that says, "It's not him. I met the real Eminem, and it was after 8 Mile and song Closet came out. I worked at Meyer on Hall Road. We were advised if he came in, he doesn't want attention drawn to him. And so he came to my department and bought a game for his daughter, a video game. I told him I liked his song Closet and understood the pain in the song Per My Own Mother. I liked how blue his eyes were, and it was crazy because my half-brother looked like Eminem but with hazel eyes. At some point, he died, not sure how or what, but that's not him. He exposed stuff in Hollywood and politics at one point, I know that. I think it was after Without Me, and they had him axed and changed."
What did Will Smith really mean to tell us?
Y'all, we out here on vacation in the Bahamas, another beautiful day. Check it out, check it out. Boom. I want to talk to y'all for a minute about the power of perception. You see, there's a lot that goes in to being a hot social media content provider. For instance, y'all think I got time to go on vacation? No. I got social to do. Come on, man, this is blue screen. In fact, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I haven't looked like this good in years. I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s. You know what? This ain't even real blue screen. It's 2019, y'all. Nothing's real.
If the computer generated since the 90s is true, that's scary. That's real scary. Why aren't video games that good? Why are we just now getting Unreal Engine 5 then? That's not cool.
Do y'all remember how creepy Justin Bieber's Yummy video was? Let's start off with the promotion for the song. Justin had uploaded over a dozen pictures of babies onto his Instagram page with the hashtag Yummy underneath. In the music video, you can see Justin eating at a table enjoying food with a bunch of the elite or rich people. He's enjoying a sandwich until gross food starts coming out. Then he's no longer eating, but all the rich people at the table are still eating the gross food, still participating in the gross acts. And towards the end of the music video, you see a plate with a baby Justin Bieber on it, and it says Yummy. During the filming of the music video, Justin Bieber had a panic attack and had to stop filming for a while. And when asked by Ellen what Yummy meant, this is what Justin had to say.
What were you thinking of when you wrote that Yummy?
Yeah, my sex life.
Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I'm married, you know?
Yeah, so you got that Yummy.
That's what it is, you know?
Yep, Yummy.
Woo! Is it getting hot in here?
Yeah, it was about his sex life. And then y'all find it weird how he was sipping tea in front of Ellen and got a little nervous. Y'all tell me what you think Yummy was really all about.
That lady could come to my house and come and stay. Would you like to come and stay?
And make sure to hit that follow button because part 2, I dive in deeper to what I think it's about. And things get weird.
That last clip was gross. And Justin's like, "No, I don't want to go to your house. Weirdo."
If you know, you know. Wait, celebrity skin suits.
Fred Savage?
also Tony Danza, Cameron Manheim, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Kevin Nealon, John Forsyth, and Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich.
Call it bizarre, kind of disturbing, and a little freakish. Emma peels away a latex mask and bust to reveal Big Sophia. Just can't help but wonder what's going on.
Alright, now that had to be CGI. Where's the hair?
Wait a minute. There is definitely something different about the two of you.
Collagen.
See that? This one, you can see this one clear as day. Clear as day. Okay?
Wait, isn't that the same Tyler Perry who literally wears skin suits and acts as other characters?
If you listen to the voice on Tyler Perry when he speaks, you will clearly hear Will Smith.
She was so happy to have that. It's very sentimental for me, and we do a lot of shooting down here for a lot of the shows.
I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s.
We do a lot of shooting down here for a lot of the shows.
It's 2019, y'all. Nothing's real.
That's a costume. That's a costume. That's a costume.
I don't know how we expect to go to the movies.
Collagen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Michael Jackson. Like, how the hell are we going to actually go to the movies? He has his disguise on, you know.
So at this point now, I'm tripped out because I'm like,
That's Michael.
Saw Mike just change and turn into a whole nother person. Like, he was a king of disguises. Like, this nigga could have been standing next to you the whole time. You would not even know it was Mike.
That disguise to him was the burn victim. And Dave, yes, that's his name.
To his Encino house. I think I was at the Encino house. Hello all, this is Dave. How are you? I want to thank each and every one of you for your overwhelming support. May God bless you. I love you. Good night. Thank you very much for all of your support, and may God bless you all. I love you. Goodbye.
That's a costume.
That's a lot to unpack. I'm not saying I believe all this, it's just a theory, right?
No, I totally believe it. Tyler Perry is actually Will Smith in a bodysuit. Confirmed. What's your source? A TikTok video I saw.
Is that Jenny from the block? No way that's Jenny from the block. You want to know what happens when your supply gets cut off? This. You want to know why your celebrities, all of them, look like this? It's because of that.
Man, she looked rough.
I know.
It could just be drones, but it might be something else. It says the U.S. Air Force has not provided an explanation for this sighting. That was just 9 hours ago, though.
UFO. This defies the physics of flight.
Somebody else commented it's probably a drone. I mean, yeah, a lot of people don't follow the rules and laws, but FAA regulation, most people shouldn't be flying their drones at night. And if they do, they would have bright lights on them, but they might not be flying like that. I don't know. It was kind of moving in a weird pattern. It very well could have been a drone.
This is the clearest video of a UFO recorded recently. In the footage, an intrigued pilot uses his cell phone to capture a strange metallic object he sees in the distance.
Here it is anyway.
Shortly after, the object passes just a few feet away from the plane. At that moment, the pilot realizes he might have recorded
but it almost
solid
looks
evidence
tiny
of
at that
mysterious
point.
Ships. This video reopens the debate whether these crafts are secret human
Yeah, it looks very, very small. I don't know. I mean, if it was a UFO, it looked very small. But who says a UFO has to be this huge ship? It very well could be a small drone that's just... that was still very strange. It's just the other one again, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know.
Where's your binocular?
Out in my backpack in the garage.
What is that?
Well, go get them.
I don't know. Oh, where'd it go? There it is.
She sounded very interested. He sounded like I don't know, like he just didn't want to have any more to do with it.
And these three lights, these orb things, and they've been standing still for, now there's two of them? Did one become two? What the fuck? They're moving now, Sam, the orbs.
They're also flashing lights, like red and green. I don't know. A friend of mine in middle school, like when we would talk about UFOs, it made sense to us that some of them would disguise themselves, and like we would swear that a few of the times that we thought we saw UFOs like above my backyard, like we would look at something and it would look like an aircraft of some sort, but it was acting weird, so we immediately labeled it a UFO. But then it would like start acting like a normal plane. Like it would go from, oh, it doesn't have the blinky lights, to, oh, now it has the blinky lights. And so I don't know, that was just, I've seen UFO stuff several times, so I wanted to give my own account. And it was really just random things that were probably planes, but might not have been. That the thought we always had was, wouldn't they disguise themselves to look like planes? Doesn't that make sense? Lots of cool imagery. The growl was kind of annoying after a little bit, but whatever.
There are people living inside of the Earth. It's true. New information from NASA states that there is a large ocean beneath the Earth's crust, after scientists detected movement below the surface. Around 500 miles below, a large supply of water has been found stored in a rock named ringwoodite. But it gets even crazier. Scientists say that this rock is so huge that it contains 3 times the amount of water on the Earth's surface. This causes many to believe that there is more down there than we originally thought, possibly even civilizations. While the news of this discovery was over 10 years ago, it was never talked about. Is the government hiding this information from us? What do you think?
Oh, for sure. Things are definitely hidden from us. I feel like all of these talk interactions are really short this time, but I'm not ranty today, I'm sorry.
Our first Thanksgiving since Homer passed away.
More turkey, please.
Thank God we still have his hologram.
All right, everyone, get out your remembrance candles. Granny Lisa, why do we light a candle every Thanksgiving? In remembrance of the great blackout that almost destroyed our town, when we actually had to write things down by hand. It started on a cold November day, back when you could actually see snow outside.
We'll have to stay posted on November 17th. But yeah, our technology is totally going to the going in the route of 3D printed food. It feels like McDonald's is gonna roll out come and get, we know you guys have been leaving, but come back for our cheap food. And then we find out that it's 3D printed.
Hidden in the remote wilderness of Alaska, surrounded by endless snow and ice, lies a facility veiled in secrecy and fear, HAARP. Today on Spooky Things About Alaska, we're talking about the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, HAARP. HAARP was designed to study the ionosphere, how it affects satellite communication, how it responds to solar activity, and how it influences the Earth's weather patterns. But some rumors suggest a darker purpose. They say HAARP can control the weather and even our minds. Some suggest that HAARP can cause natural disasters such as hurricanes, tsunamis, and earthquakes, and some claim it's used for mind control, based on the idea that radio waves could influence human behavior. Some people even believe that HAARP is used to communicate with extraterrestrial life. Is it just paranoia, or is there something more to these tales? It's a mystery that haunts Alaska's wilderness. Hidden in the...
Yeah. I mean, isn't it all but confirmed that they can control the weather? Like, haven't they released things about them doing weather modification experiments? Or am I just, like, misremembering that?
Have you heard of the theory about people who play video games?
No.
So you know how parents always say don't play video games, or you can only play on the weekends?
Yeah, I feel like every kid has some kind of restriction.
Right, but what if I told you every single parent and every single teacher was wrong?
Well, you had some passion behind that one.
Yeah, so I watched a TED Talk, and there are theories that actually prove video games are healthy for you.
Oh, here we go.
So it's been proven that anyone who plays games like first-person shooters have better reaction time, problem-solving skills, and awareness. And in a study, a group of college kids took a test and were split into 2 groups. One group played the video game Portal 2 for 8 hours, and another group did academic exercises for 8 hours. They then took the test again, and the Portal 2 players increased their scores by 80% when compared to the academic exercise group.
Wait, so what you're saying is that the video games actually help the students more than the academic exercises?
Exactly. There was also a study done on who was better at flying military-grade drones, an untrained gamer or a trained US pilot. And it was found that the untrained gamer was just as good as the trained US pilot.
Now nobody could say video games are bad.
So it's been proven that anyone who plays games like first-person shooters have better reaction time, problem-solving skills, and awareness.
Yeah, 100%. People want to shit on games, and I don't want to, like, get on a soapbox or anything, but, like, yeah, the reaction times, definitely the problem-solving. Like, with young kids, like, I forgot about this until recently, but, like, I wouldn't have read, like, yeah, I would have read books for school, but I wouldn't have read otherwise if it weren't for, like, text RPGs. Not text RPGs, but like RPGs with a lot of text that you have to read. Pokemon when I was like 8, or like Oblivion as I got older. Yeah, video games are way better for people than most people want to give them credit for.
Do you know all the dark, horrific things that happened during the filming of Wizard of Oz?
No, what happened?
So The Wizard of Oz was released in 1939, and the original actor who played the Tin Man, after 2 weeks of working, he actually had to quit because he was dying of poisoning from aluminum. Because they were actually grinding up aluminum, putting it into powder, and putting it on his face, and it was slowly getting into his lungs. So he had aluminum in his lungs, and he couldn't breathe. So they had to get a new actor. And the actor who played the lion had so much makeup on his face that they would not allow him to eat food. So he just couldn't eat. And apparently his costume was actually made out of real lion hair. It was super heavy, so it was even hard for him to breathe. And the actor who played the Scarecrow actually has permanent scars all over his face from the prosthetic and makeup that he had to use for the Scarecrow.
Dude, what are they doing to these people?
Yeah, and the dog Toto actually made more money daily than the Munchkin actors made the whole movie.
The dog?
Yeah, and the actress who played the witch actually suffered second-degree burns from an explosion that happens in the movie. You could actually see the explosion happen where she actually gets burned and her hair and her clothes caught on fire.
Okay, I had no...
Well, I kind of want to fact check them, but that's crazy if that's true. Well, I already said it. That's crazy if that's true.
Speaking of kids, I don't know if you've seen this shit, bro. About the kids that I think they were like in this plane that ended up crashing in the Amazon jungle.
Yeah, I seen this shit.
And then, bro, they survived in the jungle for
40 days.
fucking days.
The grandpa was like, yeah, I knew this kid would be cool because like the oldest one, the 13-year-old, she was like a girl. He was like, yeah, she already knows how to like live in the rainforest and like, you know, in the forest and like what to do and like how to survive and shit. Another crazy shit, he said, I don't know if you know what a duende is.
Oh, it's like the little creatures?
They're like little like troll things.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much saying like they're protecting them and shit. Like,
oh my
that's why
God.
when people would go out there and like call out their names and shit, but every time they'll call out for them, the kids wouldn't hear them. The grandpa was pretty much saying is because the duende had them like in another like spiritual like realm where it was like protecting them from like everything in the forest and shit.
Because you got to think about it. They landed in the Amazon jungle, Mike. Tarantulas, anacondas, bro.
You tell me there's not a big cat in there that wants to eat those little
There's
motherfuckers?
even jaguar shit like that's what I'm saying. But they didn't. Crazy. That is super interesting. When I heard this story, I was just like, bro, what is that?
That's so
Is that
wild.
God? And even like their mom, she died in the plane crash.
Damn.
I'm sorry, what? This story's intense. The duende definitely kept those kids safe. What?
Speaking of kids.
So, are we just gonna ignore that the CIA has done experiments on our minds? Like, really, how powerful are we? There was testings of our minds on thousands of Americans. Astral projection, telekinesis, telepathy. Our minds can create split personalities. There was a report of a German woman who had never left Germany, who had split personalities, and she starts speaking fluent French out of nowhere. Could this woman have possibly connected to her past lives, where she was a French woman? In astral projection, you can travel through time. Do we fully understand what we're dreaming? Is it us traveling to different dimensions, different worlds while we're asleep? Do we really understand what we're capable of? Certain people can harness advanced brain power. Unexplained videos of people lifting rocks out of the ground. Movies of people having superpowers. Even in TV shows. People who have claimed to get money, whatever they want, through a mind trick called manifestation. Can this prove that we are multi-dimensional beings? Loud pitch ringing in our ears that are unexplainable. Is schizophrenia people's minds being disturbed by negative entities? Why does our brain cells look like the universe? We have to stop thinking that everything is physical. Some people feel that we actually don't have a soul. But according to CIA documents, there are so many things that our soul can do. So what do we really know about brain power? Just my thoughts though, so y'all stay dangerous.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of latent potential in humans.
The U.S. government is engineering hurricanes, folks. Yeah, that's what the far-right swamp of Trump supporters on X Twitter is pushing to its legion of followers as Hurricane Milton approaches. Here's one from Matt Wallace. Quote, rumors are circulating about the strange-looking NOAA data collection plane flight pattern through Hurricane Milton, unquote. But that's what NOAA planes do. They collect data on hurricanes, and the best time to do that is when hurricanes happen. We call it hurricane season. A private equity manager and Trump supporter Grant Cardone tweeted this, quote, I grew up on the Gulf of Mexico. Been watching storms since I was a young boy. I have never seen a storm start here and go east. Do you think government is using technology to manipulate weather patterns and storms? Unquote. And this account, which often goes viral during major events, tweeted, quote, they just transformed the originally benign tropical depression that is now Category 5 Hurricane Milton insane, unquote. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene is also suggesting this as a targeting of regions with Trump voters. Yes, geoengineering capabilities exist. But no, that's not what's being done. There's just no evidence of that. The fact is, climate change is real and weather patterns are changing. Milton is one of 7 hurricanes in recorded history to have intensified from a Category 1 to a 5 in less than 24 hours. The Trump supporters should be using their platforms to focus efforts on getting people out of harm's way, as Milton will surely cause great devastation when it hits.
I don't want to make this political, but yeah, politicians shouldn't be like, oh, they're changing the weather. Like, that doesn't help anything. Now you guys look crazier. Like, what are you doing?
What is Walmart actually hiding? So in 2015, Walmart abruptly closed in various locations, mainly in Ohio, all citing plumbing problems. Initially, no one thought anything of it, but things started getting stranger by the day. Well, you see, people found it weird that the plumbing problems were so severe that it required 6 months to fix. Soon after, military personnel were seen moving in and out of the closed locations, building what seemed like defenses around the empty shopping mall. It seemed very apparent that something was going on under the stores. This is where it's getting crazy. In one instance, a lady, I don't remember her name, but whatever, who managed to break past the barrier recounted that upon entering the closed supermarket, she was shocked to find a giant hole dug up in the center of the store. She also stated that there were black tentacles coming out of the hole, and inside the hole itself, there was a red slimy substance. Even though you can watch the video she recorded by clicking on this icon, on More, and finally on YouTube, everyone is still wondering.
That sounded cool. Yeah, somebody commented the SCP Foundation. It definitely sounded like an SCP anomaly for sure. This is exactly what Elon Musk said on Joe's podcast. Oh, yeah.
This is why I think we're in the year 1727. Hear me out.
I told you that nearly 300 years of history never actually happened. That the year 2024 is actually the year 1727. Welcome to the phantom time hypothesis, the theory that claims we've all been living in a historical lie.
Yep.
Sounds crazy, right?
Yep.
But according to historian Heribert Illig, almost 300 years of the early Middle Ages were fabricated by powerful rulers and the Catholic Church.
Well, why?
That means key events like the reign of Charlemagne and the early Islamic conquests never really happened.
Whoa.
So, why would anyone want to manipulate history? To boost their power, of course. Emperor Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and the Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII are all accused of creating this phantom time to rewrite history and make it fit their agendas. But here's where it gets really weird. There's evidence that backs this up. Historians have noticed that there's little to no reliable archaeological evidence from this period. Take buildings, for example. Structures that should exist from the 7th to 9th centuries, almost none.
Wow.
It's as if that time period left no mark on the world. Documents, suspiciously absent or unreliable. Some calendars, like the Gregorian calendar, don't quite add up either. It's as if those 300 years were squeezed in later. Think about it. How much of what we know about history is just written down and passed along? And how easily could powerful figures alter that narrative? If 300 years could be fabricated without us ever knowing, what else could be hiding in plain sight? Maybe the medieval period wasn't the dark age we've been led to believe.
Maybe.
Because it didn't happen at all. Of course, this theory has its skeptics. Many historians point out that even if some records are missing, there's still plenty of evidence that suggests these centuries existed. Things like astronomical data don't support the missing years theory. But what if those were altered too? Phantom time, a complete fabrication of nearly 3 centuries, is a conspiracy that raises questions about how much control rulers, historians, and religious institutions might have had over our perception of time. Whether you believe it or not, it forces us to ask one haunting question. And what else could be a lie? If this blew your mind, hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-bending conspiracies.
Stay weird.
I don't know. I don't necessarily believe that it's real, but it's definitely interesting. I can only believe in so many things. The world is strange enough.
I really, really, really need you to see something and think about something. This is me. I really, really, really need you to see something and think about something. This is me this morning, early this morning, zooming in on Jupiter. And Jupiter's 3 moons, and there's a 4th one over here somewhere, but that's besides the point. I just want you to look at this. And then in a minute, I want to show you some things. And first, before I get to showing you some things, I want you to know Jupiter is supposedly 400 million miles away. So that means the moons are around 400 million miles away as well. And now in a second here, I'm going to zoom in on our moon that is supposedly 238,000 miles away. So 400 million miles away versus 238,000 miles away. Okay, here's our moon. And I zoom in, and it looks a little goofy. Usually you don't see it looking like this, where you can still see the moon, so I don't really know what's going on, but that's not part of this video. All you need to do is think about, oh, I'm zooming in on this, 238,000 miles away, and how those other moons are 400 million miles away. And before I get into the sizes and the math and things, I just need you to see this picture from NASA. This isn't a child's drawing. This isn't an illustration. This is supposedly an image from NASA. So just keep that in mind. All right, so now let's look at this.
I find that very hard to believe.
Jupiter, 400 million miles away from Earth. And when you look up there in the top left at our moon, it is supposedly very close in size, because these are all to scale, to the moons of Jupiter. So now what you need to think about is the fact that I could zoom in on those moons, and yes, they were small. They're supposed to be 400 million times further away than our moon that's the same size. So if our moon that we see in the sky every day wasn't 400 times further away, 400 million times further away, do you really think you'd be able to see it even with a powerful camera? I really, really don't think so. So sometimes you really just gotta ask yourself, is what I'm being told the truth? Or is this potentially something totally different and maybe way, 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 way closer than they tell us? Like maybe that's just a portal in the sky above us, or maybe it's just a light, maybe it's a hologram, who knows? Maybe it's something spiritual. What I know it's not is what they tell us, 400 million miles away. But of course, this is all for entertainment purposes. I'm just joking, here to entertain as always.
Okay, so like the somewhat scientific answer would be you're not seeing it, you're seeing the reflection of light off of it. But that's still like, that still seems like so far away to still be able to see it with just a powerful camera zooming in. That's way, I don't know, that's weird. That's very weird. They're bouncy water dogs. That's the video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to help me out, first goal's 500 and then 1,000, then blah 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 blah. I don't know, I'm kind of tired today, sorry. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.